Guys, oh boy, today I have for you ridiculous barbecue chicken build because I'm using iron lung. We're gonna cook some asses from both sides, or I shall say both juicy cheeks. Easily. Iron lung actually deals quite nice DPS, but most importantly, since I'm using perfect creeping, that we gonna apply status effects to everyone and everybody. And my dirty secret in this one is of course exotic wild mask. Yeah, welcome to the Insanity, the one and only uncle which are in the building. If you're new here, hit that like, smash that sub, and do me a favor, leave any type of comment. Even if you want to hate me, type anything, man. Just it will help with all the algorithms on the YouTube, you know the story, yada. But now let's get back to this build. For this one I'm using Iron Lung Exotic LMG and it deals ridiculous DPS, and since I'm using Creeping Death, we gonna spread fire really easily. But to make all things even sweeter, I'm using Banshee Pulse from Gunner Specialization and my Seeker Mine, which will apply burn to nearby enemies as well. It's extremely dope build. We're gonna apply status effects non-stop, and when enemies will be on fire, they can't really attack you. As you see right now on your screens, they are simply disoriented, running somewhere without purpose, and you can dish out some really good DPS. And for survivability, don't worry, we have 30% armor on kill. That will be enough to make ourselves pretty much untouchable with all the status effects going on around. But before we continue, quick word from today's sponsor, Demon.net. If you don't have enough time or good teammates, but you still want to have all the best items in your game, then Demon.net is set for you. They have absolutely amazing team on consoles. They will complete your orders super quick. If you will use my promo code RBD for RBD, you will receive 15% discount on absolutely all service. Amazing deal, especially when right now they have some crazy sales going on, so definitely check these guys out. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate, drop your comment down below in comment section or contact the operator, and the rest will be the history. But now let's get back to this build. And I tested multiple options, and right now I'm making shield free builds. This week or maybe another week will be dedicated to shield free builds. I'm kinda exhausted from shield meta, if I have to be honest with you, and since there is nothing much going on in the game, yeah, we got season, but I mean season by itself is boring as hell. To do all the objectives, to complete missions on the easy difficulty just to speedrun those as efficient as possible is not my jam, man. Seasons or the season system has to be reworked, at least for me. It's totally not fun, and even master difficulty is not that fun. For a couple runs it will be okay, but eventually it will be dry like your ex, and when it's dry nothing good happens, you know it and I know it. So yeah, it is what it is. So right now only thing that's left for us is to experiment, to try new sets and maybe look for kind of broken mechanics. And this one I think we have a really good combo between our crowd control, DPS and survivability. For specialization we will use Gunner Specialization. It will provide us with additional armor on kill and increased rate of fire on kill. Also Banshee Pulse is what I'm rocking in this build. Banshee Pulse will be counted as status effect, so it will proc Wild's Mask debuff as well. The same story with foam grenades. Main weapon Iron Lung Exotic LMG. It will deal some really good DPS and will apply burn to enemies, also which will proc Wild's Mask debuff. For second weapon FAMAS with preservation to gain additional survivability with headshot. kill only one headshot kill, you can gain 50% armor back with this build, and that's quite a bit, brother. For pistol, you can use TDI named pistol with whatever talent you want, or Orbit DZ exclusive pistol, perfect finisher. For the mask, my little dirty secret in this one is wild exotic mask. This mask will trigger debuff on enemies for 10 seconds, I think, and enemies don't have any resistance whatsoever against this debuff, and we're gonna trigger this debuff with our skills, aka Benchy Pulse and my Seeker Mine, and of course Iron Lung exotic LMG itself. I tried blue screen exotic LMG in this set and it didn't work too well. I tried Pestilence and even St. Elmo's Engine, Exotic Assault Rifle, Scorpio Shotgun, all those weapons who can apply some sort of status effect didn't work as good as Iron Lung. For the chest piece, I'm using a Bellastone Armory chest piece with Obliterate talent to deal more damage. Technically you could go for Glass Cannon if you want maximum possible DPS, but Obliterate worked for me really well, and I simply can't give you any other decent option here if you want to deal good DPS output. Spotter will not work here, Spark is really kinda meh. What's left there? Overwatch maybe, but then you have to be behind the cover. So yeah, Obliterate, really good option. For the holster, I'm using of course Palisades holster, which will give me additional 10% armor and kill. For the backpack, I'm using perfect Creeping Death. Now we have only 10-second cooldown on Creeping Death, and that's way better than normal Creeping Death. That's the reason why we can spread status effects really efficiently with our skills and Iron Lung, LMG for gloves, Petros gloves, named LMG gloves, which will give us damage to armor, LMG damage, and of course I rolled status effect damage here. Status effect attribute will increase your Wireless Mask debuff as well, by the way. So for the knee pads, I'm using a second piece from Bellastone Armory and 2-piece Branded bonus to provide me with armor regen and additional 10% armor on kill. So this build is really cool. Heroic missions, extremely easy. You can run around like a freak and do crazy thing. Just let me know down below in the comment section, did you like this build and what do you think about it in a nutshell, and love you all. See you in the next one, guys. Bye bye.